What happens if you sleep just 4 hours a night? You might think you're gaining more hours in your day, maybe to work, study, or hustle harder, but your body and brain are paying a silent, steep price. Most adults need between 7 and 9 hours of quality sleep each night for optimal health. Dropping to just 4 hours consistently can trigger a cascade of physical, mental, and emotional effects that you might not even notice at first, until they become impossible to ignore. When you sleep, your brain isn't just shutting off. It's incredibly active, performing critical tasks like memory consolidation, emotional regulation, and clearing out cellular waste. Your body is also hard at work, repairing tissues, rebalancing hormones, and restoring energy. So when you only sleep 4 hours, you're cutting these crucial processes short. In the short term, one night of 4 hours sleep can leave you feeling groggy, unfocused, and irritable. Your reaction times slow down, decision-making becomes harder, and your ability to concentrate takes a serious hit. Your brain struggles to regulate mood, making you more prone to anxiety, frustration, and even mild depression. You might find yourself reaching for sugar and caffeine just to stay awake, which leads to spikes and crashes in energy and blood sugar levels. Now imagine doing this for days or weeks. The effects go from inconvenient to dangerous. Your cognitive function declines. Learning new things becomes harder. Your memory fades. You may forget details, appointments, or conversations. Over time, this sleep deprivation can mimic the cognitive decline seen in aging or even early stages of neurodegenerative diseases. In fact, studies have shown that prolonged lack of sleep increases the risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. Your immune system also weakens. When you sleep, your body produces cytokines, proteins that help fight infection and inflammation. With just 4 hours of sleep, your cytokine production drops, making you more vulnerable to colds, viruses, and chronic inflammation. Wounds heal slower. You're more likely to get sick and stay sick longer. There's also a massive impact on your metabolism and weight. Lack of sleep disrupts the balance of two key hunger hormones, ghrelin and leptin. Ghrelin tells you when you're hungry, and leptin tells you when you're full. With sleep deprivation, ghrelin levels rise while leptin drops, meaning you're hungrier and less satisfied after eating. This often leads to overeating, especially high-carb and sugary foods, and can contribute to weight gain, insulin resistance, and eventually type 2 diabetes, and your heart doesn't escape unscathed. Chronic sleep deprivation raises blood pressure and increases the production of stress hormones like cortisol. Over time, this can damage blood vessels, raise cholesterol levels, and significantly increase your risk of heart attack and stroke. In fact, people who regularly sleep less than 5 hours a night have a much higher risk of developing cardiovascular disease compared to those who sleep 7 to 8 hours. Emotionally, you become more reactive. You may snap at loved ones, lose patience faster, or feel overwhelmed by small issues. Your brain's emotional center, the amygdala, becomes hyperactive, while the prefrontal cortex, the rational decision maker, becomes less responsive. This imbalance makes it harder to manage stress and make clear-headed decisions, increasing your chances of burnout, anxiety, or even depression. And while you may think you're functioning fine on 4 hours of sleep, maybe you've adapted. The truth is, the brain is very bad at assessing its own performance when sleep deprived. You might feel used to it, but objective tests show that mental and physical performance continues to decline. In the long run, consistent sleep deprivation doesn't just make you tired. It takes years off your life. Studies have linked chronic short sleep to a higher risk of premature death. It raises the risk of serious health conditions like obesity, diabetes, heart disease, depression, and even certain cancers. But here's the good news. Your body is incredibly resilient. Once you start prioritizing sleep, your health can begin to recover. Getting back to 7 to 8 hours of quality rest can improve memory, mood, energy, and immune function within just a few days. Over time, it can reverse some of the damage and dramatically improve your overall well-being. So what happens if you sleep 4 hours a night? You risk impairing your brain, weakening your body, and setting yourself up for long-term health problems. Sleep isn't a luxury, it's a non-negotiable foundation for physical and mental health. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss simple tips that protect your health and boost your energy. Stay well, and I'll see you in the next one.